We started with a proposal. This what you defined as kind of a free-to-play, where the big part of the content, most part of the content was you had to pay to enjoy the whole part of missions and so on. And the big part is we tried. We tested the proposal. It was different from all things we've seen before, and we went for it. And then we had to read and see how people reacted, how it felt, how it was displayed on stores, and whether the different platforms could really show that product as it was. And then we slowly realized we had to make a change. And this is the biggest problem that we faced, and that is realizing how our players want to enjoy the game. How are they going to enjoy it the most? And how do we have to change this progression system so that, as you said, everyone can play it, have fun, spend money if they want, when they want, and so on. A progression system nowadays has to feel good. So in the past, we would play free-to-play and enjoy all the content that we were getting for free, and we as a public still were developing the understanding of how things are supposed to be monetized. I think there's been this realization about loot boxes, and we have learned that people have to feel that things are fair, feel that they're getting on a relationship with the developer, and that relationship has to be more honest, or we have to be on the same level playing field. And loot boxes are a way to obscure or complicate that relationship in a way that more and more people are realizing that it's hardly going to be a fair deal if I cannot understand it. So I think this is the biggest part of what we want to do, and we want to make sure that the players understand how the progression system works and how what they're getting when they're spending money. Gameplay-wise, what we've done for the past 9 months is unfold this story with various campaigns going forward, and what we found is that we had to migrate this progression system, right? While we did that, we discovered that the progression system was not something that you can just have a game and set it different ways. So you just can cut the cake in a different way and just organize it differently. We had to make deep changes into the system. And many of the big changes onto the gameplay are laying foundations. And we've been laying the foundations. We have a leveling system. We have these level limits to different parts of the gameplay. When people reach higher levels, they're just not unlocking cosmetics, they are unlocking content. We want to make sure that people access better content and have more fun and have more options as they level up. And this is the biggest part that we have not reached a definitive point on. So basically, we have been introducing new gameplay features, the new weapons and new blueprints, and then we will go on with this project. So this is the part that right now we've migrated from a point where we were selling the missions and people were unlocking new missions, and now we want to make sure that we're expanding that to all kinds of content. So yes, gameplay improvements have been coming and will keep on coming at a steady pace. What we've done is lay the foundations to make that possible. The big philosophy behind SPACELORDS and the game since the beginning is that each mission has to feel really differently, and you have to you play a mission and you realize that you need really quick characters or someone who protects this other character that's supposed to do this part of the mission. And this realization is something that takes some playthroughs. So you play on a mission and you can beat it, but you're not gonna get a great score. You're not gonna do great. You have to find your proper setup. So you have to unlock the cards, the weapons, and find the proper team. We want to encourage you to play with friends and coordinate with your team, and then you need to see which character picks who and so on. So the next mission you play, when you unlock it, is gonna be a different problem, a new problem that you have to solve. So each mission that you unlock is a new problem that you have to optimize for. So yeah, that's how I think replayability comes with that missions are really specific puzzles that you have to solve. Raiders does need these specific puzzles. The mission really need that communication that you're talking about, and this is one of the topics that we've been working on a lot lately. I can't go much into specifics, but the socialization and the communication problem is one that we are looking on very specifically. So yes, we have read that is something that we can improve on. Yeah, absolutely. Organizing your team, your friends through the platform makes all the sense in the world. We, as the developers, can integrate some of that functions onto our game, but 90% of the problem of having a friend list, playing with other people, is something that's better solved through the platform, because people already own and know those tools, and there is really no point in making every developer implement chat and every developer implement all those solutions independently. So yeah, those things are really welcome from our point of view, and integrating them all into our game is something that we're happy to do. I think that the proposal of a AAA values story-based game that you can play online with your friends is something really special. Something really special that people have to try out. So now this game is going full free to play. There's no doubt in my mind that people need to come and check it out and see how you like this narrative experience with fully animated cutscenes, with a story with characters that actually have an arc that begin and end, something that multiplayer games often solve in a very abstract way. So what we've tried to do is, let's not make story an abstract thing that you read about. You will participate in the history step by step, and you see the cutscenes at the beginning and the end, and this is something really special and really specific to this game, and I think that should catch everyone's eye. The fact that the story is on the front of the game and not a background for the gameplay. So yeah, that's probably the most impactful thing, I think.